My child, listen closely. Your wait is over. Angels are moving right now as you open this message. This moment is not random, it is divine. You didn't stumble here by chance. I brought you here because your time has come. You have been waiting, praying, wondering when things would finally shift, and now they are. Even as these words reach your heart, heaven is moving in ways you cannot see. The very air around you is changing. The atmosphere of your life is being filled with divine movement. This is the moment heaven has chosen to interrupt your waiting and begin your breakthrough. I have watched you carry the weight of delay, the ache of questions, the burden of wondering if I had forgotten. You have counted days that felt endless. You have whispered prayers that seemed unanswered, and you have tried to stay strong even when it felt like nothing was changing. But I say to you now, something is changing. The waiting has not been wasted. The prayers have not been ignored. The tears you cried were not unseen. I collected each one, and I have turned them into seeds of your next miracle. Your waiting season has reached its appointed end, and heaven has stepped into motion for you. Do you feel it? That quiet stirring inside you, that sudden sense of peace that you can't explain, that's me. That's the sign that my presence is surrounding you right now. I am closer than your next breath, speaking directly into your heart. I know how long it has been, how tired you have felt, how close you came to giving up. I know how many times you said, "Lord, when will it be my turn?" And I say to you, this is your turn. This is your moment. The weight that once held you still has released you. The door that was shut is opening. The silence that seemed endless is breaking with my voice. Heaven itself has paused for this moment. The angels who watched your tears now rejoice because they know what is being released into your life. They have been waiting for my command, and now the order has gone forth. I have spoken your name in the courts of heaven, and the movement has begun. Angels are walking into the spaces you have been praying about, into your home, into your relationships, into your dreams, into your future. They carry my light, my healing, my answers, and my blessings. The unseen realm is alive with activity right now, all on your behalf. My beloved, you did not come here by accident. This is not coincidence. This is an appointment written in eternity. I saw this very moment long before you did. I planned the timing of this encounter, the alignment of these words, the heartbeat of this message, because I knew you would need to hear me now. You thought you were just scrolling, just searching, just trying to find peace, but heaven led you here. I brought you here because this is where the waiting ends. You have reached the turning point where faith meets fulfillment, where prayer meets manifestation, where hope becomes sight. I know what the waiting did to you. I know it made you doubt. I know it made you wonder if you were doing something wrong. But my child, nothing was wrong. You were simply in process. Waiting was not punishment, it was preparation. I was stretching your faith so it could hold what I am about to give you. I was building your patience so you could carry my blessings with maturity. I was developing your character so that when the doors opened, you would walk through them with confidence, not fear. You were never forgotten. You were being prepared. Even now, I am lifting the weight that has pressed on your chest for so long. I am replacing the heaviness with peace. You are going to breathe differently after this. You are going to feel lighter because the delay that held you captive is breaking off. The spiritual chains that bound your progress are falling away. The doors that once refused to open are swinging wide at the sound of my command. Everything that was blocked is now being released. Everything that was still is now in motion. The angels I have assigned to you have gone ahead to make the crooked path straight. Do not question how or when it is happening, even as you listen. My power does not need permission to move. The same voice that spoke creation into existence is speaking into your situation now. I am commanding life into the places that felt dead. I am breathing hope into the dreams you buried. I am sending light into the corners of your heart that forgot what joy feels like. Heaven's order is being released over you right now, and nothing can stop what I have started. You have prayed for change, and I have heard you. You have asked for signs, and I am giving you this message as one. The fact that you are reading these words is proof that heaven has found you in your waiting. I am standing beside you saying, it is time. The time to weep has ended. The time to rejoice has begun. The time to struggle has ended. The time to see breakthrough has arrived. The season of silence is over, and the sound of movement is here. I am orchestrating a shift so complete that you will know it could only have been me. The same power that parted seas, that calmed storms, that raised the dead, is working in your life right now. You will soon look around and see evidence of my hand everywhere. You will see situations resolved without your effort, doors open without your knocking, answers come without striving. I am doing what no human could do. I'm making a way where there was no way. I am restoring what you thought was lost, healing what you thought was broken beyond repair, and giving life to what you thought would never breathe again. Type thank you for loving me endlessly, Lord, if His grace has carried and redeemed you. My child, I need you to believe this. Your wait is truly over. You are stepping into a new rhythm of grace, a season where things begin to move quickly. The years of waiting are being redeemed in moments of fulfillment. The prayers you whispered in secret are being answered in public. The promises you held on to through tears are now unfolding before your eyes. You are not walking into this season alone. Heaven walks with you. Angels surround you, carrying peace, strength, and favor. Everywhere you go, your presence will go before you. Do not let fear whisper that this is too good to be true. This is not chance, it is divine timing. This is not coincidence, it is my hand at work. You have entered a moment that heaven has been waiting for, and everything in the Spirit agrees with what I am saying to you now. The waiting is over. The movement has begun. The blessing has been released. Take a deep breath, my beloved. This is the sound of release. This is the sound of heaven moving for you. The burden that sat on your shoulders is lifting. The despair that clouded your thoughts is clearing. The loneliness that followed you is fading because I am filling your space with my presence. From this moment forward, nothing will be the same. You will walk lighter, love deeper, and see clearer because my hand is upon you. I am the God who finishes what I start, and I am finishing your waiting season. I am completing the work that began in silence. Every promise I made still stands, and now it is unfolding. Even as these words reach you, angels are standing over you with joy, declaring, "It is done." Heaven has already approved what you've prayed for. It is no longer delayed. It is no longer hidden. It is here. My child, listen closely. You have entered your divine moment. The wait has ended, and the miracle has begun. Heaven's movement is surrounding you. My presence is filling you. Angels are aligning your path. This message is not just information, it is transformation. Receive it, believe it, and walk in it, for I have declared it over you. Stay with me until the end, for your wait ends in these words. My child, I have seen how long you have waited, how many times you thought the promise was lost, how often you looked at your life and wondered if I had forgotten you. I have watched you through the years, standing with quiet hope in your heart, praying, believing, and yet feeling the ache of silence. I saw the nights you laid awake, asking, "Lord, when will it happen? When will it be my turn?" I saw the moments when your heart felt heavy with questions you couldn't even speak out loud. You tried to stay strong for others, but inside, you were weary. You smiled through tears, telling yourself to trust me, even when it hurt. My beloved, I was there for every moment. You were never alone in your waiting. You thought I was far away because I didn't move when you expected me to, but I was closer than ever. I watched you when you felt unseen. I listened when your prayers were only whispers. You may have thought your cries disappeared into the air, but they reached me. Every word, every tear, every sigh, it all reached my heart. Not one moment of your waiting went unnoticed. Not one day of your patience went unrewarded. You see only time passing, but I see purpose unfolding. My ways are not your ways, and my timing did not follow the world's clock. When you thought I was silent, I was shaping your story. When you thought I was ignoring you, I was preparing you. You prayed for open doors, but I needed to strengthen you first, because the weight of what's coming requires maturity of heart. I was not holding anything back from you, I was holding you back from things that were not yet ready. I was aligning people, preparing circumstances, opening paths that you could not yet see. Every not yet was a divine yes, waiting for the right moment. I needed the world around you to be ready for what I was about to do through you. Some promises take time, not because I am slow, but because I am building something eternal. I never waste time, I use it. And while you were waiting, I was working. I know the waiting tested you. It stretched your faith until it felt like it would break. It made you question my promises and wonder if you heard me right. You watched others move ahead while you stayed still, and it hurt. But hear me, child, stillness is not stagnation. The ground may have looked empty, but beneath the surface, roots were growing deep. You were becoming grounded in faith, not emotion. You were learning to trust me not for what I do, but for who I am. That kind of trust cannot be rushed. It must be built in the quiet seasons where nothing seems to change. In the waiting, I taught you things that only waiting can teach. You learned patience when you had no control. You learned to hope when you couldn't see. You learned to pray not just for answers, but for closeness. You learned that my presence was more important than my promises. You learned humility to depend on me when your own strength ran out. These lessons may have been born in pain, but they became treasures in your spirit. You carry wisdom now that only waiting can give. You know what it means to endure, to keep faith alive when it's hard, to still love me when life doesn't make sense. The world sees waiting as wasted time, but in heaven, waiting is holy ground. It's where faith matures. It's where character grows. It's where I shape hearts that can handle the weight of blessing. You were waiting for things to change, but I was changing you. You were waiting for doors to open, but I was opening your spirit. The very delay that frustrated you became the foundation for what comes next. I was building endurance in you so that when I released what I promised, you would not crumble under its weight. My child, do you remember how many times you wanted to quit? How many times you said, I can't do this anymore? Yet you kept going. That was my strength in you. You kept believing when there was no sign to hold on to. That faith moved heaven. Every time you chose to trust me instead of giving up, you wrote your testimony. You may have felt weak, but in your weakness, my power was made perfect. You may have thought you were standing still, but in my eyes, you were growing stronger. The waiting built something in you that the world cannot take away. You waited, but not in vain. You waited, but not alone. Every moment of your patience has been recorded in eternity. Heaven has seen your endurance, and now heaven is responding. The things you prayed for in faith are now being released in my timing. You didn't miss your moment. It was simply not yet ready. I need certain things to learn certain art is often certain ord with you. What I am giving you now will last because it has been refined through time. It will not fade, it will not fail, and it will not be taken from you. You thought the delay meant denial, but it didn't. It meant development. I was making sure that what I promised you would not become a burden, but a blessing. I was making sure that when you received it, you would know it was me and not coincidence. I was protecting your promise from premature exposure, keeping it safe until you were ready. The wait was never wasted. It was my kindness in disguise. I let you walk slowly so you would learn to walk wisely. I held back what you asked for so you would not lose yourself when I gave it. Your support keeps us going. Our goal is to bring light, hope, and devotion into your life. If you'd like to help us grow, tap on Super Thanks. Your support truly makes a difference. I have seen every season of your waiting, the quiet tears, the hidden battles, the moments you pretended to be okay when you were not. I know the price of your patience. I know the weight of your endurance. And I say to you now, it was worth it. You are about to see why I made you wait. You are about to see how everything fits perfectly together. The doors that open now will open smoothly because they are opening at the right time. The people who enter your life now will be the ones who help carry the promise, not delay it. The opportunities that come now will not bring confusion, they will bring clarity. My child, I am proud of you. You stayed when you could have walked away. You believed when it hurt. You trusted me when you couldn't see. You waited, and now your wait is over. The heavens have spoken, and the movement has begun. The things I whispered to you long ago are about to become visible. The promises that felt so far are about to stand in front of you. The prayers that once felt unanswered are about to be fulfilled. I need you to understand this clearly. Your wait was not punishment, it was preparation. I was not angry with you. I was building you. I was not ignoring you. I was equipping you. I was not withholding good from you. I was multiplying it for the right time. And now the time has come. The waiting is finished. The blessing is ready. The doors are open. Heaven is in motion. You have reached the moment where promises meet reality. So lift your head, my child. The season of waiting has ended. Walk forward with peace, for your wait was not in vain. It was preparation. And now, it's over. My child, while you were waiting, heaven was working. You thought nothing was happening, but everything was moving. Every prayer you whispered, every tear that fell, every moment you thought was lost was actually a signal to heaven that set things in motion. You could not see it, but I was moving pieces into place. I was arranging things so carefully, so precisely, that when the time came, it would all align in perfect harmony. You did not see the movement because my greatest works are done in silence. You felt forgotten, but you were surrounded by angels carrying out the very plans you prayed for. While you were waiting, I sent my messengers to places your feet could not reach. They went into rooms you never entered, spoke to hearts you never met, and began preparing the ground for your blessing. You cried, and heaven heard. You waited, and I moved. You kept your heart open, and I released assignments to my angels on your behalf. They were walking into the lives of others, softening hearts, changing minds, opening doors, shifting events, and aligning timing so that everything would come together perfectly when I said, now. You thought it was taking too long, but there was never a delay, there was only design. I do not rush because what I build lasts forever. Every moment of what you thought was silence was filled with divine movement. My angels never rested. They carried your name before my throne, and I gave them instruction after instruction. They guarded you from accidents you never knew about, protected you from harm you didn't see coming, and fought battles in the unseen realm that you could not have survived on your own. You thought you were standing still, but in the spirit, you were surrounded by an army advancing on your behalf. Do you remember the times things almost fell apart, and then somehow they worked out? That was not luck, it was me. That was my hand moving, fixing, healing, and redirecting. Every disappointment that confused you was actually a divine detour leading you toward something better. Every no you heard was my protection. Every closed door was a wall built around you to keep out what was not meant for you. And every delay was heaven's way of saying, we're not done preparing yet. I had to align people and places that were still being shaped for your arrival. My child, the unseen world is not silent. It is full of life, full of purpose, full of movement. Even when you sit in stillness, heaven does not stop. The angels I have assigned to you never sleep. They were moving day and night, ranging blessings that would meet you at the exact moment I planned. Some of those blessings are already on their way to you. You may not have seen the signs yet, but soon you will. Conversations are happening about you that you do not know of. Doors are being opened in places you thought were closed forever. Opportunities are forming in rooms where your name is being spoken with favor. I have been aligning things across time itself. I have been setting up divine connections that will lead you into new seasons. I have been shifting hearts that once turned away from you, I have been healing wounds that were blocking your progress. You see only what is in front of you, but I see the entire map of your destiny. I know where every road leads, and I have been guiding you toward the best one, even when you didn't understand the path. Every delay was part of that guidance. Every pause was a pause with purpose. While you thought you were waiting for me, I was waiting for the world around you to align. Some blessings require others to grow first. Some promises need time to mature. I could not send you into places that were not yet ready for your arrival. So while you waited, I was preparing everything around you: people, timing, opportunities, and resources. I was writing your story in the details no one else could see. I was building a foundation strong enough to carry what is coming next. You thought the heavens were quiet, but the noise of angels filled eternity as they moved for you. They carried messages of healing to hearts that needed to forgive you. They carried answers to prayers that you had long stopped praying. They carried peace into situations that were filled with chaos. They carried strength into your weary soul on nights when you couldn't even lift your head. You felt alone, but you were surrounded. You felt forgotten, but you were protected. Say, you are my lifeline, God, my strength and weakness, if He has held you through every storm. You need to know, my beloved, that nothing you prayed for disappeared. Not one word you spoke in faith fell to the ground. Every prayer became a seed that I placed into the soil of my timing. Some sprouted quickly, and others took years to bloom. But every single one of them is alive. The angels have watered them with faith, hope, and love, and now you are about to see what has been growing underground all this time. The harvest is ready. The answer is complete. What you thought was buried was actually being built. Even now, angels are moving around you. You cannot see them, but you can feel them. A sudden peace you feel. Ask them. The gentle warmth in your heart right now. That's them confirming that heaven is near. They are not coming, they are already here. They have arrived carrying fulfillment, carrying breakthrough, carrying joy. They are placing things in motion that will manifest in your reality in the coming days. The things you've been waiting for, the prayers you've prayed, the dreams you've whispered, they have reached their time. You are standing at the edge of manifestation. What I promised is no longer in preparation. It is in delivery. The unseen hand of heaven has already completed what you asked for. While you were waiting, the miracle was being packaged and sealed with divine timing. It's already done, and now it's on its way to you. You will begin to see signs of it soon: unexpected favor, sudden peace, random confirmations, blessings that seem to appear out of nowhere. None of these are coincidences. They are the fingerprints of heaven. The same God who spoke to the storm and said, "Peace, be still," has spoken to your situation and said, "Move now." Everything that was once held up is being released. Everything that was delayed is being accelerated. The walls that separated you from what you prayed for are breaking. The chain of waiting has snapped. The doors that seemed sealed have heard my command and are opening. My child, you don't need to fight for what is already finished. You don't need to beg for what has already been sent. All you need to do now is believe. The answers are already in motion. The miracle is already alive. The promise is already fulfilled in heaven, and it's crossing into your life even now. The unseen has been working so long for you that what happens next will look effortless. Things will start to align naturally. Favor will begin to follow you, and peace will surround you like air. You have reached the moment where the hidden becomes visible. The time for unseen work has ended. Now begins the time of revealed glory. You will not have to search for proof because it will find you. You will not have to chase blessings because they are chasing you. I have completed the work that began in your prayers, and now it will unfold before your eyes. You will now see in days what took years to build. My child, heaven has spoken your release. The waiting season is officially over. The words have already gone forth from my mouth, and nothing in heaven or on earth can reverse them. The decree had been sealed. The order has been given. What you have been praying for, hoping for, and holding on to through the storm has been approved in heaven's court. The walls of waiting are falling, the time of movement has begun, and the sound of celebration fills eternity because you have reached your appointed moment. Even now, heaven is rejoicing. The angels who walked with you through nights of silence are singing your victory song. They have watched you endure. They have seen you weep. And now they are rejoicing as the chains of delay fall away. The heavens are alive with color, sound, and joy, an explosion of divine movement that declares, it is time. The trumpet of release has sounded in the unseen realm, and everything that once stood still is coming to life. The air itself is vibrating with change. The earth is aligning with my voice. Creation is responding to my command over your life. I am the God who declares a thing and watches it come to pass, and I have declared your freedom. I have spoken to the barriers that held you, and they have fallen. I have spoken to the storms that surrounded you, and they have stilled. I have spoken to the delay that frustrated you, and it has released its grip. The time of resistance has ended, and the time of acceleration has begun. What once took years will now happen in moments, for my favor has gone before you. I am breathing divine speed into every area that was slow to move. I'm awakening what was asleep and reviving what was fading. My beloved, I know the weight that waiting placed on your heart. I know the moments when you tried to keep believing but felt your hope slipping away. But now, hear me clearly, your faith has been honored. Every prayer you prayed in faith has become a key that unlocked this season. You are stepping into what I promised, and nothing can delay it now. My word has never failed, and it will not fail you. The doors that are opening will not close. The blessings that are arriving will not be taken. The peace that is coming will not be temporary, it will stay and multiply. Look around you, for signs of change are already forming. You will begin to notice the smallest details shifting, conversations turning in your favor, doors that once ignored you now swinging open, strength returning where weariness once lived. I am bringing a new energy into your spirit, a fresh wind into your lungs, and clarity into your vision. What felt heavy will feel light. What felt impossible will begin to flow easily. I am filling your days with alignment and grace. The angels I have assigned to you have already gone before you. They are preparing paths, clearing obstacles, and creating divine intersections where opportunity and destiny will meet. You will walk into rooms prepared for you. You will receive calls that change everything. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time, because my hand has set the timing. You will not miss what I have planned, for I have written this moment into your story since before you were born. Do you feel that stirring inside you? That is heaven confirming my word. The atmosphere around you is shifting because my spirit is moving. Every force that once opposed you is losing its power. Every chain that once restrained you has been broken. The doors that resisted you now bow before my command. The spiritual walls that kept your breakthrough hidden are crumbling into dust. You will no longer be stuck between prayer and promise. You are stepping into the manifestation of what you believed for. I am bringing restoration to every area that was affected by the weight. Your mind will rest again. Your body will recover its strength. Your emotions will be healed. Your faith will rise with power. The waiting may have tired you, but now you will run and not grow weary, walk and not faint. I am restoring not just what you lost, but what the delay tried to steal: your confidence, your joy, your passion, your hope. You will feel alive again. You will dream again. You will move forward with new fire in your spirit. The heavens are not whispering your name, they are proclaiming it. They are declaring over you, it is done. A waiting season is over. The order of release has gone out, and nothing can reverse it. The same God who parted seas, who moved mountains, who called the stars into existence, has spoken over your life and said, now. This is your now moment, where everything begins to change. The acceleration you are about to experience is not random, it is divine. You have been in a long season of sowing, and now the harvest will come quickly. Blessings will begin to meet you before you even have time to ask. Answers will arrive before you finish the prayer. Miracles will unfold naturally, effortlessly, as if the world itself is working in your favor because heaven has ordered it to be so. A waiting season with long, but the fulfillment will be swift. Do not be afraid of how quickly things change. Some will say it's sudden, but you will know it's been building all along. Every prayer, every tear, every act of faith has been part of this moment. I have not forgotten one word you spoke to me. I have not missed one detail of your life. And now, I am releasing all that I have prepared. It will come together so beautifully that you will stand in awe and say, only God could have done this. The peace that you have longed for is descending upon you even now. It is not a fragile peace. It is deep and lasting. It will anchor you when things begin to move fast. The favor that once seemed distant is now surrounding you like a shield. The blessings that were delayed are being multiplied. The joy that left your heart is returning with greater strength. My child, you have waited long enough, and heaven will not make you wait one moment longer. Step forward boldly, for you are walking into fulfillment. Do not look behind you. The season of waiting is gone. Do not doubt what I am doing. Heaven has already approved it. You are stepping into what I promised, and nothing can delay it now. The world around you will soon reflect what I have been building in the unseen. You will see with your eyes what you once only saw in faith. You will hold with your hands what you once only held in prayer. My child, lift your head and breathe freely again. The storm has passed. The weight has lifted. The sound of heaven's rejoicing fills the air, because you have reached your appointed time. The chains are gone. The doors are open, and the waiting season is officially over. Walk into your new beginning, for heaven has spoken your release. Right, Father, I trust you with my whole life. If he's been the rock you can always stand on, and share this video